You know that feeling when you're stuck? Like, really stuck? Your job feels meaningless, your goals are blurred, and every day feels like a replay of the last. You want things to change, but you don't. Why? Because even though your current situation sucks, the idea of stepping into the unknown, that's terrifying. Psychologists call this the comfort zone. It's not that we're comfortable here, come on. It's just familiar. And humans? We love familiarity. Our brains are wired to keep us safe, to avoid anything that feels risky. But here's the catch safe isn't the same as happy. There's a pattern here, right? It's called status quo bias. It's why we stay in jobs we hate, relationships that drain us, or even why we avoid starting that side hustle that we have been dreaming about. The brain says, better the devil you know than the devil you don't. And so we stay.
But hey, you're so talented. What's stopping you?
I know that, okay? But what if I fail? What if I make the wrong choice? I mean, I'm barely holding it together as it is.
Hmm.
That's the thing, isn't it? The fear of failure. Psychologists call this loss aversion, if you didn't know. Studies show that we feel the pain of losing something twice as strongly as the joy of gaining it. I mean, come on, just hear that again. So, when I think about quitting my job or launching that project, my brain floods me with what ifs. Like, what if I fail? What if it doesn't work? What if people judge me? Uncertainty is the worst, isn't it? The unknown feels like a black hole, and our brains hate black holes. It triggers anticipatory anxiety. You know, that sense of dread about something that hasn't even happened yet. My brain is basically screaming, stay where you are. At least here you know what to expect. And that's how procrastination sneaks in. It's not about being lazy, it's about avoiding discomfort. Two different things. I tell myself, I'll think about that big decision tomorrow because making the decision feels like a risk in itself. Psychologists call this temporal discounting. We overvalue immediate comfort and undervalue future rewards. You're stuck, but you're not stuck because you lack options. You're stuck because you're scared to take them. You keep hoping things will magically get better. But deep down, you know that they won't unless you try to do something about it. And that's when the realization hit. Staying where I felt safe, but it wasn't safe. I wasn't just scared of failing, I was scared of trying. And that fear was costing me time, energy, and happiness. And bonus, I was still at the same place. You know, there's a saying the best way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. So I started small. I researched one thing about launching a business each day. I updated my resume. I even emailed an old mentor for advice. Psychologists call this behavioral activation. It's about taking those small actions that build momentum and they reduce your anxiety. Was I scared? Oh, absolutely. But here's the thing I learned that fear doesn't mean stop, it means go carefully. Every successful person I admire took risks and faced uncertainty and made mistakes. I mean, they were doing things while being scared. What separated them wasn't luck, it was their willingness to act despite the fear. Taking risk isn't about being fearless. It's about being brave enough to try. Sure, the unknown is scary, but staying in the place where you're unhappy, that's scarier. The future will always be uncertain, and that's where growth happens. And maybe, just maybe, that's where happiness lives too. Take the risk. Your future self will thank you.